Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am doing a PS5 versus Nintendo Switch comparison to help you decide which games console is the better option in 2024. So let's get started with the Nintendo Switch. So this is the Nintendo Switch. This is the first generation that was released in 2018. Yeah, so if you look on the back, it says in the fine print on the back that it was released made in China 2018. So let's start by comparing the design. So the Nintendo Switch has a very slim design to it, which could be good for using while travelling, and it is much lighter than the PS5, whether you've got the PS5 Slim, the original PS5 or the PS5 Pro, because this has got a very slim build to it. And with this one, the Joy-Cons are removable, so you can slide them off with a small button that is on the back that presses in. So let's power it on. So it shows the Nintendo Switch logo when it's powering on. And to open up the menu, you can either tap on one of these buttons 3 times to unlock it, or you can just tap the screen as it is a touch screen. So this is the menu. You have all of your installed games there, and I just want to note the Nintendo Switch's internal storage drive only has room for 32 gigabytes of game storage, which may not be enough if you are using games purchased from the Nintendo eShop, because the online games use more gigabytes of data to download and play than a physical game does, because the physical games, all of the game data is stored on the little cartridge, meaning that it does not need to store any of it on the Nintendo Switch itself. The only data it stores on the Switch itself is for software updates. So here you have all of your applications. So you have the Nintendo Online service for online multiplayer games, but sadly it's a paid subscription for that. So let me show you. So as you can see, it is a membership that you have to sign up to. And then there you have your news feed, which is like your news feed for different games and all that. Then you have your Nintendo eShop, your photo albums, where all of your saved screenshots will be that you save, because you have a capture button just there that you can use to take screenshots, and you can do 30-second recordings as well. And then you have your function for controllers, where you can change the grip and the order of controllers. and you can search for controllers. So if you press on this bit, so if you've lost one of your Joy-Cons, you can press it and it will vibrate. Same with this one. And then you have your system settings that are on it. So in system settings, you have flight mode, which you can turn on. So when you are on an airplane, you can turn this on and it will turn off all wireless communications such as Wi-Fi and Bluetooth will be switched off. And some types of wireless communication can still be switched on manually when the console is in flight mode. And then you have screen brightness, where you can change the brightness of your screen. And then you have Bluetooth audio, where you can pair your device to headphones or speakers so you can use it. And then you have a function for screen lock. So after exiting sleep mode, press the same button 3 times to be able to use the console. That was the screen that you saw when you power on. And then you have the parental controls. So these are for parents. So if you wanted to limit the amount of screen time or something like that your child uses their Switch, you can select from different parental controls like screen time limits. And then you have your internet settings. And then you have your data management. There you can see the amount of storage that it has. Mine has 17.5 gigabytes at the moment. And then you have all of your different options. And then you have your option there where you can customize the user. And then you have your me. I'm not 100% sure what you can do with this. If anyone knows, tell me down in the comments below. And then you have your Ambio. This is a function where you can purchase small little tiny characters that you can use with certain games like Mario Kart and that. But because here on the Joy-Con, I think it's the red one, you have an NFC inside the red Joy-Con where you can hold your little Ambio character up to it. I have heard though the Ambio characters are very expensive to purchase. And then you have your themes, where you can select from different colours of the display. And then you have your notifications, sleep mode, where you can set the console to go into sleep mode. And then you have controllers and sensors, where you can change things with your controllers, TV output, and system menu. So the Nintendo Switch is a very good console, and I would totally recommend it if you travel a lot or if you like to play in docked mode. Just to note though, if you are using your Nintendo Switch, I would not recommend using the original Joy-Cons, as the Joy-Cons are not very good and they are too small, as in the thumbsticks are a little bit too small. As you can see here, the thumbsticks are only about the size of a 1p coin, so they are very small. As well for the buttons here, and for some people with big hands, they may feel a little bit too small in the hand, especially if you are using your Nintendo Switch and TV docked mode. So let's get to the features it has. So with the Nintendo Switch, you have the option to use different controllers with it. So I will put a link down in the description below to my Nintendo Switch Pro controller unboxing, because you can purchase a Pro controller to use with the Nintendo Switch. Now let's get into the PS5. So this is the PS5. It is quite big. So tell me down in the comments, because I think because with the PS5 you can either use it in horizontal or vertical, and some people say that when the console is standing up vertically, some people think that it may look a little bit like a spaceship, as I think it does look a little bit like a spaceship when it is standing up vertically. I would not recommend using it in vertical position. Sorry if I've got the terms wrong, so I would not recommend using it in standing upright position, because inside on the motherboard, just behind this panel here, you have the CPU, which is the internal computer that controls the PS5, and it has a form of liquid metal on the CPU to help with cooling, and if you have it in standing position ever since you've bought it, it may be time to change it to lying down flat, because when it's standing upright, the liquid metal over time can seep down off the CPU and leak onto other components, and when that happens, it will damage the capacitors on the motherboard, which cannot be repaired. And the good thing about the PS5, it is very customizable. So you have these side plates here. Let me show you. So if you pull up from here, they are removable like that, because they have small clips on the back that just clip into here. So you can remove this board bit, and then there is a lot of things around this area that you can customize. So here, where the logo cutout is, you could put a piece of coloured foil or something like that behind this part to give it a little bit of colour through the label. Or you could also run some LED strip lights around this part, but make sure you purchase ones that are specifically designed for this, as normal strip lights will be too big. So to line it back up, just line up these 3 clips with the corresponding holes on there, and then it just clips back on like that. And all of the other ones are exactly the same. The bottom 2 will be a little bit harder to remove, and I know it will feel like you are breaking it, but trust me, you are not. As long as you pull up from the front edge and not the back edge, you will be completely fine. And then you have the feet on the bottom. These are also removable. You only need to use these if you are having it lying down flat. And these just push into two small little holes on the bottom. And as said, it has quite a bit of weight to it compared to the Nintendo Switch. I will put it down in the description, the exact weights that they weigh. And here also on the bottom, let me zoom in a little bit. Here on the bottom you have a small little cap that is removable, and you can purchase a stand to stand it up in standing position, because if you are using it standing upright you need to use a stand so it doesn't topple over or fall over. So I mainly use mine in flat position. As mentioned, you will prolong its lifespan if you have it in this position. And unlike the Nintendo Switch here, at the front of the console you have LED indicator lights, and you also have two USB-C ports on the front of the console. You can use these for powering devices, like I use mine for powering a small little USB hub to power my gaming lights in my setup. And then you also have some USB ports on the back of the console that you can use for powering stuff like your PSVR headset, because unlike the Nintendo Switch, I'll show you, you can purchase a VR headset to use alongside with your PS5, but you can only get VR headsets for the PS5 as Nintendo do not make an official VR headset. So now down to the features. So the PS5 is not very portable, unlike the Nintendo Switch, how you can carry it in your hand and travel around with it, as the Nintendo Switch can function without having to connect it to constant power or internet. But the PS5, you cannot travel with it, as you have to keep it powered up by a power cable connected to your mains. And the PS5 will not work for any games without internet connection. So now down to the games. You can get a lot of different games for the PS5. So here are all of the games that I have. Let me just lower the camera so I can show you. So here are all of the games. I have Asphalt Legends 9, Sonic Shadow Generations, Sonic Racing, RAC10 FIFA, Drive Club, Gran Turismo Sport, Radical G Racing Revolved, which is a VR racing game, Sonic Forces, Kung Fu Panda, Astrobot Rescue Mission, which is also a VR game. And then I have Wipeout Omega Collection, which is also a VR game. And then I have Sonic Frontiers. So you get a lot more features with the PS5 than you do on the Nintendo Switch. And unlike the Nintendo Switch, with the PS5, you already get a controller that comes with it when you purchase it. A physical controller like this. But the Nintendo Switch does not originally come with a controller when you first get it. And if you want a controller, you can purchase the Nintendo Switch Pro controller for around £49. Sorry about my cough. I still have a slight cough that I have had for the past month. So that's it for the Nintendo Switch and PS5 comparison. Overall, in 2024, if you are planning to only do gaming while you are at home, I would recommend the PS5, as it is a very powerful console and you get a lot of nice features with it. And as said, it is very customizable, so you can remove these side plates and you can purchase separate colour side plates from PlayStationDirect.com. So I would and if you are planning on travelling a lot, mainly for gaming, I would recommend the Nintendo Switch, as this is a very powerful games portable console for travelling, or you can use it in TV docked mode as well to play it on a larger screen like the PS5. So thank you for watching this video. If you found any of it helpful, please drop a comment below with your thoughts. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell button so you don't miss when I next upload. See you next time.